All right, so here we go. We're recording. So if you haven't met me yet, my name is Hilary Griffin, and I am an Emerald Leader with It Works. And tonight we're going to be talking about month end. If you are new to us, month end just means right now everything that you do in this month makes up your check for the following month. So the current month for us right now is February 2020, and we're talking about going into March and what all that looks like. We're going to cover all those tonight. Morgan and I have been through several months, so we know that the chats are about to blow up. The screenshots should be pouring in, like all the things are going to be happening. So if you have any questions, don't forget, you can always ask us in the chat area and we'll go over that. But I'm going to let Morgan introduce herself, and then she's going to get started on what we're talking about tonight.
Okie doke. Hello. Excuse me. I'm sick right now, so my brain probably will be all over the place. But I am Morgan Pickering. I'm also an Emerald Leader, and I'm so happy so many people are hopping on. So yes, as Hilary said, this is month end. This is a big part of just keeping that momentum. I know so many times we get to the last few days or last week of month end and we're like, oh, I thought I would be farther along, or I thought I would have reached my goal by now. And all those thoughts keep coming in your head of like, maybe I'm not going to reach my goal. And the thing is, however you end this month is how you are going to start next month. Don't wait until March to come to already start doing what you need to do in March, because everything that you're doing right now in February is going to transfer into March. Not only the momentum, but you're going to get paid on it, one, because you get paid on the volume from the month before, but because you make residual income. If you don't know what that is, Google it. It's going to save your life. It's amazing. But every order that comes in this month in, or any time this month, you're going to get paid on it again next month. So it all goes together. So don't slow down and be like, you know what? Any excuse that you have, keep going into March, because that is just going to keep you going, because it's really easy to lose momentum, but it's very hard to get it back. So don't lose that. Don't let, well, I haven't done this. Well, I haven't done that. Well, I thought I would have this. Well, I thought I would be here. Da, da, da. We can all have excuses to pump the brakes, but you say, you know what? I'm going to keep going because my goals and my dreams and all the things I want to accomplish are important enough. And so I'm going to make that happen no matter what. Plus two, if you don't think you're going to reach your goal, one, you shouldn't be thinking that, but two, you never know what could happen. There's so many people, I've heard so many stories of people that have reached their goals the last week, the last 5 days, the last 72 hours, the last 24 hours. Like, that's why EC gets so slow, because people go until the last minute of that month. So keep going, whatever your goal is. And two, like I said earlier, even if you don't reach it, you're that much closer next month. Let's say you need 10,000 in volume. I'm just making up a number. Let's say you need that much. Okay, and you got 2,000 right now. And you're like, well, that's like a lot to get to 10,000, Okay, so even if you get 3,000 or 5,000 or 20 or 50, whatever, that's still going to count next month. So why would you not keep working right now and pushing so you're that much closer next month? You know what I mean? So keep going, keep doing what you're doing, be consistent too, because if you stop being consistent, sorry, there's like a fuzz on my lip. If you are not consistent and you pump the brakes this last week and you're not posting on your story, you're posting stuff that is irrelevant. You are not messaging consistently. You're sending out 5 messages. Hint, 5 messages isn't going to cut it. You have to send out so much more. And Hilary's going to touch on that in a second. But if you are not being consistent, and which translate to outside looking in, if you're not being consistent, people look at that as you don't take this seriously. So if you don't take this seriously, why should anyone else take you seriously as a business owner? If you didn't know that already, you are a business owner. You have to treat this like a business. I don't care if you're trying to just make $200 or $200,000. You are a business owner. You have to treat this like a business. You have to be consistent, especially if you're doing this through social media, because with algorithms and stats and all that funky stuff that I don't really know, you have to be consistent, or a ton of people are not going to see your stuff. And I think you can tell if you do post stories consistently enough, you can miss like half a day or a couple days. And once you start posting again, not a lot of people view them. Why? Because you weren't consistent. And Instagram showed, well, this person doesn't really care about views. So next time when they get consistent, they're going to be booted to the back till they earn it back. That's how Instagram technology views that. You have to be consistent. Now I know we're busy. We have kids, school, jobs, all these crazy things. We get that. But there are so many posts that you can just save, copy, paste. It literally takes 5 seconds. So there's no excuse, especially on posting, that should not be getting done. Also, too, if you are following me, especially my girls, you are, screenshot what I post, crop the edges, post it the next day. Like, come on, work smarter, not harder, and don't let these excuses come around of, well, I can't do this, well, I can't do that. Like, we're all on our phone anyways. We honestly are. And with social media, we see that you are. So be consistent, because honestly, when people see that you take this business seriously, because I'm not even going to sugarcoat it, people think what we do is sketchy or not normal, and that's okay. But if you treat this seriously, you are going to seal the deal so much faster, because they're like, you know what? The business I'm kind of skeptical about, but I know this girl takes it very seriously, so it must kind of be legit. If you are not sealing the deal, ask yourself, am I being consistent? That's it. You have to be consistent. Like, there's really no other way to say it. If you're a business owner of a store in the mall, would you just show up and unlock your doors at random times whenever you feel like it? No. Do not run this business on your feelings, or you will not make it. And I don't mean that in a mean way, but we're not always going to be motivated. I am sick as a dog right now. I am. I'm not even going to tell you all the stuff. I have a stomach bug and it's not pretty, but I'm here because I'm disciplined enough, and I care about y'all enough, and I care about myself enough, and I care about my business enough to get my butt on this call. My parents are downstairs watching The Bachelor. I want to watch it again and see how these crazy girls are, but I'm here. So you have to make those sacrifices and being consistent in treating this seriously enough to see those results. Sorry, I kind of got all over the place again. But yeah, ultimately, sorry, I was checking my notes. But don't slow down, really. Do not slow down, because again, like I said, momentum is so easy to lose and just take a day off. What is that going to do? You're here to make money. We don't have time for that, okay? And honestly, if you look at the list, the non-negotiable 9 list, it does not, if you break it down, because I love when people come to me and be like, I'm so busy, I don't have time. And I'm like, let's talk. Because if you really break down the 9 list, it should not take you more than an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Okay. So if you have multiple hours that you're on your phone, do the list twice, do the list 3 times. And Hilary's going to touch on this too. But we all have time for this, okay? We all have the same 24 hours. We all have time. It's just using your time wisely. And if you pick up your phone, do something on your list first. And then if you have extra time to scroll and do other things, then do that after. But be disciplined enough, because you're not always going to be motivated. You have to be disciplined enough to do the things now to get what you want later on, to then maybe if life happens, you can take a day off and it not affect you. But right now really isn't that time. So, Hilary, talk about doing your list, making that time, and different things that you can do with month end and kind of meshing all that together.
Okay. There we go. I'm unmuted. Okay. So let's see here. So here's the thing. So there was something that Morghan said whenever she said, so whenever you look at maybe you're looking at your chart, if you haven't pulled out a chart yet because you're a newbie and you're like, okay, I know I need X amount of customers in my first 30 days, we can talk really to both things. Because if you're a newbie, you have a goal. And if you are in the business and you're going for Ruby, you're going for Diamond, you're going for whatever, you have a goal. Or if you're just like, I just need X amount of dollars on my check in March, you have a goal. Okay. So here's the thing. How Morghan was saying, you look at the goal and you're like, oh, it's so far off, I can't reach it. Like, you have that thought process. It's a crap one to have. I have been there. Morghan has been there. and it won't help. It does not help you. So here's the thing. What I want you to do in those moments, or even right now, like right now, if you have a notebook, if you have like a little, like I have like little notes here, if you have something to write this down or just note it on your phone, whatever, I want you to look at, okay, if I have not been enrolling, if I haven't been seeing some, good feedback in my messaging, if I haven't been feeling good really about the work that I'm doing, then what has worked for me before? Because here's the deal. Either Morghan or I or whoever enrolled you has done something that worked at least to get you. So what were they doing? Okay. If you have enrolled one person, if you have signed one DT, then there is something that you have done before that has worked. You just need to do that thing again. So what I say is, I know what works for me. I know going live in the most awkward ways possible, that works for me. That is signed, like I have signed DTs from that. I have signed LCs from that. People get on this bandwagon of, let's all, like local people, they'll be like, let's just help Hilary. And people respond well to whenever I'm going live on stuff, and they might not comment, but they watch my whole live and they message me and they're like, okay, so tell me more about that coffee, or tell me more about whatever, or hey, I'm finally ready to join. What things have worked at least one time for you? Okay. So the thing is you have to check if you're doing your list. If you're not doing your list, you're not doing your list. This is your gut check. Ow, it hurt. Because sometimes I don't get my whole list done either. But you know what? I only have myself to blame for that whenever my check doesn't reflect it, because I'm like, well, of course it wouldn't, because I didn't get everything done. So the thing is, get your list done. Get your list done. Get your list done. Now, what's really cool about you guys having me and Morghan to hear from is that Morghan has a different type of schedule than I have. I'm a mom of two, so my schedule looks funky. So guess what? I had to get on top of my time and figure out when and how can I get my list done. My brain works a different way than Morgan's brain. So guess what? We both get our work done though. Like I was on a vacation and enrolled a new distributor. Guys, you can get it done. Just get creative. Don't get stopped in your head and think, well, I can't do this. I easily could have been like, you know what? I'm not going to be able to enroll anybody because I'm not going to have my phone all day because it's not safe to take it to a water park. Well, guess what? Best believe when I got home to our room last night, when I got to our room last night, I get on my phone, I am blowing it up, showing everybody how my work can be done from wherever. And they believe that because I've been consistent every day saying I work from Wi-Fi. I don't work from home only. I work from Wi-Fi. I've been saying that. And then they see me still on my social media. I'm sharing my vacation. So why not show this is how you do your business too, okay? So I'm doing all of that. And then guess what? By the end of the night, my kids are getting ready to lay down and I have a girl messaging me ready to sign up because she saw me showing up consistently the way Morghan was just telling y'all to, which for me, I know that means getting my list done. That means I'm being consistent. I'm doing the things. If for whatever reason, certain things are harder for you, do those first. But here's what I'm going to tell you. If you want to hit your goal, like my goal right now, my big goal is to hit like over 500 volume a day. Now, is it possible? Yes, because I just had a newbie sign up her first LC at 100 BV. You better believe that challenged me. Like it should challenge all of us because guess what? It's not hard. You talk to the right people about the right things and they will say yes. They will pay $139 for a whole, beauty line to start fresh on their stuff, and they will be excited to pay it. You just have to ask people. You just have to talk to people. So shout out to my new girl. She knows who she is. That just killed that because you guys, we could be bringing in okay, if you don't know yet, to be a Ruby, it takes 2,000 volume. So if you go out and you sell 20 of our beauty line kits, bam, you're Ruby. Like, now tell me you just go sign up 3 other people to join your team and then, hello, you're going Emerald, you're going Diamond, you're doing all the things. So here's the thing. If you're not doing your list and you're not doubling your list, you're not talking to more people. If you feel like, okay, Hilary, I've been doing the list though, then here's what I'm going to say. How many quality conversations have you had? That's how you need to measure it. How many people by the end of that conversation, their no should still sound like they support you. If they don't support you, then move on to the next. There you go. But all of my people, they may say no to signing up on my team. They may say no to buying products, but you better believe they support me. They buy into me because I've been so consistent in showing up on social media and being 100% myself. Okay, I'm kind of rambling on like one part of this. So hold on. So double up on your list, okay? Double up on your list. Your measurement is going to be how many quality conversations you had, and how can you question that at the end of your day. You should look at your potentials list and you should see that it grew. If it did not grow that day, if your potentials list did not grow that day, the thing that I'll tell you, the 4 things you need to go make sure that you do. So check your list at the end of your day, okay? Check your potential list. If it did not grow, you need to go follow 100 to 200 more people. Go interact on people's stuff. Go send out double the messages that you sent. Don't go to sleep until you do that. Like, here's my thing. I am never going to tell my girls, you know what? A couple hours of sleep was worth me telling you no whenever you're ready to start dance classes or whatever. Like, a couple hours of sleep is worth me telling you no, we can't go back for another year to Great Wolf Lodge because mommy wanted to take a nap. Like, mommy wanted to sleep. No, no. Okay. So there you go. No excuses. There we go. Okay. Next thing, and here's the thing. Hold on. I sound like really tough right now. My people know that I'm very sweet to y'all. I'm only pushing you because I need it too. I am preaching to myself because while I say no excuses, I am exhausted. While Morghan would tell y'all no excuses, she's sick right now. So we're coming on hard because we're really like preaching to ourselves at the same time we talk to y'all. So this disclaimer, we sound hot and heavy is just because it's the end of the month. Okay, so the next thing is, I would say, looking at your list, looking at the things, I want you to ask yourself, what have you not done? So our lists are things that we tell you to do. The different there's random things on team pages. There's different tips and tricks and things like that out there. So like for me, I just mentioned that I know when I go live on stuff, people show up. Okay, maybe you haven't gone live yet, and I would want to ask you sweetly, I'm going to ask you why you haven't. And when I say that, I want you to honestly answer that with yourself, to say, well, I feel like I have nothing good to say. So I went live on purpose, I knew it was going to be a hot mess. I went live for 30 minutes. This is completely a random thing, okay? But this week, I knew I just needed to get some attention on my page. It wasn't going to be big time about the business. It wasn't going to be this big, huge 30-minute long sales pitch, try it presentation. It wasn't that. It was 30 minutes of my Facebook doing what it needed to shake up the algorithm juices so that people would be attracted to my page because I was showing up, because Facebook rewards people for doing certain actions on their account. So that's just look at it like that. Don't look at it like you have to be perfect when you show up. Look at it as, this is like, I don't know, playing a penny slot machine and getting $200 out of it. I don't know. It's like you're not really putting in much, but you're going to have a really big reward on it, because that's just the way social media works. Same thing for Instagram. If you've never gone live on Instagram before, Instagram is going to be like, oh, you get a gold star today. Look at how many more people are going to see your stuff because you've never gone live and now you finally did. Your live doesn't have to be super long. My 30-minute live on Facebook was seriously my girls running around the house dancing. And then at the end, I said, hey guys, this is what it really looks like in my house every day. And this is what work looks like. Because I can honestly say that. And you know what? That encouraged people to talk to me about my business and what I do. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be put together, nothing like that. But I would just challenge you guys to look at what bloggers do, what top leaders do, what people do the people who you look out and you're like, okay, they are at this place and I want to get there. I want to either grow my following. I want people who I follow to follow me back. Okay, what are people doing that gets them to follow them back? What It's just, what things are you having there that you're like, okay, I haven't done this yet. I want you to be confident in not you and your ability, but be confident in the facts. The facts are, when you do more, you will get more. Period. Period. When you do more, now don't go doing more of something like scrolling. The more I scroll, yeah, more people are going to scroll past your stuff because you're just scrolling past others. Do work, like do actual stuff where you're showing up and people are seeing that stuff and they're like, oh, wow, okay, she's doing this, she's doing that. Like, she's got a lot going. And when you show up in a way that isn't perfect, that's actually way more relatable. A lot of people see themselves like in your shoes. So then they're like, wow, I could actually do this too. Okay. The last thing is going to be, I know Morgan calls it her chicken noodle soup list. I call it a dirt list. So here's the thing. Maybe you made a list when you first started and you were like, okay, I'm going to try to reach out to these people, see if they want to be a part of my first, reviewers so that I can get my shopping spree, blah, blah, blah. Maybe some of them did not say yes at the time. I want to invite you to ask them again. Let them know the goal that you're working on. Let them know really like what this business has already done for you. You can talk about the friendships. You can talk about the encouragement. You can talk about what it's done for your mind, your soul, and your body. Like, you can talk about all that. You don't have to talk about the money you've already made. You don't have to talk about the weight you've lost or whatever. If you're brand new, you still have something to say, wow, I didn't know that this was going to end up doing this for me. And I'm so excited about what I'm working on next. Like, this next thing that's coming up, I'm about to earn a shopping spree. I'm about to earn, a $500 check. I'm about to earn my first few bonuses. I'm about to earn blah, blah, blah. And I would so appreciate your help. If at all, like, would you want to look at this list of products again? And let's see, maybe we didn't talk about this before. Maybe the last time you talked to them, it was about, like, the last time you talked to friends and family, maybe it was about the coffee, or no, sorry, not the coffee, but maybe it was about just keto coffee, and that really wasn't their thing because they couldn't have dairy. Let them know about samples, or let them know about Skinny Brew, let them know about something like that. Just revisit those conversations and ask these people again what, like, you just really ask them for anything. So yes, if they buy something from you, that's great. That's BV. That's awesome. If they don't, then you could say, okay, at the very least, could you do me this favor? Could you share this for me? And then that's when you introduce HAP to them. If you don't know what HAP is, please ask your upline because we have trainings for you. So a HAP is just where somebody hosts a post for you. So at the very minimum, this list of people, they should at least share for you. And that's awesome because then you dip into their networks in a great way. And so you could end up, like, their no could turn into a HAP that turns into 5 yeses. You never know unless you ask. So you have to ask them. So yeah, that's all that I've got on really just like showing up. You're going to do more to get more, and do the things that you haven't been confident in doing yet. Morgan is going to pop back on to talk about really like how this sets you up. Like she said in the beginning, this is going to set you up for what next month looks like. It doesn't just mean your check. It means like how much further you're going to be along. So Morgan's going to talk about this really quick.
Okie doke. Can y'all hear me? Good. Maybe. Oh, I'm spotlighted. Whew. Y'all hear me? Good though? Yes? No? Good? Okay. Whoa, this is like in there. Okay, so a few things that Hilary just touched on as she was like talking, I was like, my brain was going. And I already lost what I was gonna say. Yeah, I can't remember. Okay, it just wasn't meant to be. But going off of profile and content. So think of those people that you love following that aren't even like in the business. If there are some people, awesome, but if not, like that's okay too. Look at those people that aren't just in the business. that you love following that have great content, or share things that you love, things like that, that have a good following. If they have like not a lot of following, then don't do that. But people that have, and if they are a blogger or just an influencer or just someone that randomly has a big following, look at what they're doing and implement that in something that you love to share. I'm not saying if they love sharing fashion and that's not your thing, don't like start sharing that, but take how they're sharing that and be like, and copy that. Like, I'm giving you permission to copy that. Because if it's working for them, try it out. This is also a very like kind of trial and error business. Now, we have made most of the mistakes, I guess you can say. Like, we've done the things that don't work to figure out what does work. So take what we give you and don't try to reinvent the wheel. That is the worst thing that you can do, is taking the advice from us and then saying, no, I kind of want to do this, or I kind of want to do that. Now, take what we give you, but make it your own. Be authentic, be yourself, because people will join your team or order something by knowing you before the business. So just take what people are already sharing on social media and maybe try implementing that and seeing if that works, to grow your following too, because you can do all the things on the list and maybe not get as fast results too. That's why, my girls, you got to watch the social media makeover, because that's a big thing too. And Hilary has one as well. You have to watch that, because you can be following a ton of people, and if you're not getting a lot of people follow you back, it's probably your page and your overall look of it. And that's not a bad thing. Like, y'all do not want to see how my Instagram used to look. Hot mess express. I'm being honest. So we all have to grow. We all have to learn things. We all have to evolve. So especially do that. Also too, how she was talking about like going live and kind of juggling with the algorithm. So today, I don't know if y'all saw, so I did like a get to know me thing, and I do these every now and then. Do I think people really care to get to know me? Probably not. I'm no one special, but by people interacting on that have literally never commented, liked, I've talked to maybe a few times, but maybe not, that will juggle things all up to really get more people seeing your stuff. So I love doing like this or that stuff, like a few polls. So like, I know some of my girls did one like over Valentine's Day, like a this or that. You can do like a spring one, summer, sometimes like around like seasons. But are you doing a boomerang? I caught you. I never catch her on these things, so I've been like eyeing her of so this or that's are really good of getting that engagement, because too, people like to like answer questions about things, but people also also love sharing their opinion. So by doing polls on just different things, even if it's random, like should I go get Chick-fil-A or Whataburger? If you don't live in Texas, you probably don't know what Whataburger is, but that's on you. But just different fast food places, like people love to share their opinion, like where should I go in the mall, or what should I make for dinner, or random stuff. People love to share things and be involved with your stuff. So really make it interactive, and that will really help like with your algorithm and like more views and stuff. So going into all those things, I wish I remembered what I was talking about. What you were talking about earlier with like host to post. I feel like I thought of something and then it went away. I don't know. That's what happens when I don't write things down. But yes, if y'all don't had a honey butter chicken biscuit, you are missing out. I'm so sorry. I'll mail you one. But with the with all those tips and going into month end and March and April and May, because you ain't going anywhere. So keep going with all these things. This isn't just like a month end, like, oh, I just do these things at month end. No, these are things that you should already be implementing to keep that momentum throughout the rest of your time here. So there's 1 week left. Like I said earlier, big things can happen in a week. They can. So don't stop now. Don't slow down. You set the pace for your team. And even if you don't have a team, you have a business. You set the pace for your business. So don't be like, well, I don't have a team. I don't have people. Shh, be quiet. You have a business. You set the pace for your business. So if you want to start rolling fast, do the things quicker. Do more things. Like you have to God is not, and I'm getting preachy here because Hilary's about to pray. So God is not going to give you something that I was about to say a different thing. God cannot give you or he's not going to give you something that you are not ready for. So if you're not enrolling team members, are you ready for that? If you're not enrolling customers, are you ready for that responsibility of helping people and being consistent and helping them with their orders? You have to think about that. So, keep that momentum, build that momentum. If you haven't gotten the momentum yet, like, this is a very busy time. If you have newly joined or you started like last fall and you kind of got a little slow with the holidays, which is really no excuse, but whatever. This is a big time. It's the new year. Top 2 resolutions most of the time for people are they want to make more money or pay off debt, something to do with money, or get healthy / lose weight, whatever. We have both. So you are in the right place at the right time. And if you are not taking advantage of that, that is on you. And I don't mean that in a mean way. Like Hilary said, like, we're coming at y'all strong right now, but like, this is such a big moment. Like, we can all qualify for these $15,000 bonuses and more. Like, there's bigger ones you can stack. So you don't even have to stop there. We are all able to get those, whether you signed up months ago or yesterday. You can get it, but it's up to you. We can lead a horse to water, but we can't make it drink. We can give you every little thing, every ounce of energy and tip and video and wording and everything. But we cannot log into your Instagram and do the work for you. We're not going to do that, even if we could, because we have our own business. You have to go from, and this is a whole different talk for another day, but you have to go from an employee mindset to a business owner mindset. If you're in the employee mindset, it ain't going to cut it, because I'm not your boss. I'm not going to say, hey, did you do this? Hey, did you do this? Hey, did you? Now I get it. If you are new, we are in that phase of where I am walking you through things. But eventually, you got to start being disciplined enough and being that business owner and taking that initiative, because guess what? People are going to join your team, and then you're going to have to help them. And if you didn't help yourself at any point, how can you help someone else if you didn't help yourself? How can you pour from an empty cup into someone else if your cup is empty? You have to start taking on those things and knowing that I am in control of this. And that is such a blessing with this, so that you don't have to wait on anyone. You don't have to wait on me. You don't have to wait on Hilary. If you're like, well, they didn't send me a post quick enough this morning, go find one. Well, I don't really know how to word this. Write it out. Well, I want to watch another training because I have time, but I got to wait till next Sunday. Go on YouTube. Ask us to send you one. My girls, y'all have them by category of at least 5 videos on different things. You do not have to wait on us. We are here, and we are always here to help you. And I think relatively we respond in like a good, fashionably manner, but you can go as fast or as slow as you want. And my girls, again, like I tell y'all, when y'all join, I'm going to go at y'all's pace. If you start slowing down, I'm going to start slowing down with you. Because I'm not going to pass you along and forget about you. Like, I'm not going to do that. But you set the pace of how this is going to go. So if you want to sprint, I am not a runner, but I will sprint with you. But you have to create that momentum, because 2, if you start slowing down and girls start joining your team, you can't be slow and expect your team to go fast. You can't. It's like you're in a car and you're driving and you're going 20 miles an hour, and you expect the people in the back seat to be going, like, their body, like physics, be going 50 miles an hour and go through the windshield. No, by Newton's law, they're going to go the pace of what you are driving. How fast are you driving? And again, I don't even care if you don't have a team. You have to set that momentum now, because if you wait till you have a team, you are going to get stressed and anxious and on yourself, and I don't know what I'm doing now. There's just so much going on. Get there now. When last summer, I'm being honest, and a lot of my team fell apart over the summer, and I really didn't have a lot of people working. What did I do? I made a team page, and I got so freaking detailed on things. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do everything that I need to now, because the second I sign up a distributor, I'm going to have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I all planned out. And when did I start enrolling a lot of people? Fall in the winter, when it's a slow season. So get prepared now. I'm not saying go make a team page. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is get disciplined, get that momentum. Because once you start doing that, when you have a ton of people coming in, it won't be as stressful. And I'm doing this, like I'm saying these things because I don't want you to get in that place of when you do start enrolling a lot of getting stressed and feeling the weight and you crumble. And when you crumble, they are going to crumble. I don't want that to happen to you. So get in that pace now. If you're walking right now, start speed walking. If you've been speed walking, start jogging. If you've been jogging, start running. If you want to take your business to the next level, you have to go to the next level. You said it first. So, what else? Also, too, I was talking to someone a few days ago about this business has ups and downs. Sometimes results are fast, sometimes they're slow. There's no right or, wrong reason for that. It is what it is, depending on who you're talking to. But you have to think too, sometimes like we get in this business, we're like, why aren't things happening right away? Like, why aren't things just like booming off the bat? And for some people they do. That is great. That depends on your network and it is what it is. But how long did you watch your enroller before you joined? And you can answer the chat or you don't. But think about that. How long did you watch them? So why do you expect to jump in this and then everyone like flock to you, especially if you're not being consistent? That just doesn't really make sense. With that being said, this business is like a fruit tree. It's like an apple tree. You're going to take a seed and you're going to plant it. AKA, I'm going to transfer that over. You are going to talk to a person and they're going to say no. That is the seed that you planted. You talk to them and they're like, nope, I'm not interested. Like Hilary said, no matter what, you're going to get a hosted post out of it. My girls, go on Sealing the Deal. We all have goals of how we do that. We're either going to get them signed up as an LC, a DT, a sample, or hosted post. Other than that, you don't really have a way out. But you have a seed and you're going to plant it and you're going to water it and you're going to give it sunlight and you're going to nurture it and you're going to fertilize it and add soil and mulch and all these things. That is the follow-ups. You're going to keep following up and following up and following up. And they're not going to say yes yet. Because of the plant, you're going to keep watering it and watering and watering and watering. And where's the tree? Where's the dadgum tree? It's not here yet. Then a stump is going to come up. And it's going to kind of grow. That is them responding. And they're going to kind of get interested and then ghost you. Well, where'd Susie go? She just said she was interested in the new beauty line. And now she won't even respond. But you're going to keep watering and you're going to keep watering and you're going to keep watering and giving it sunlight and doing all the things and being consistent and posting on your feed and on your story and doing the self-development and helping your girls and all those things. You're doing all the things. And then a tree's going to come up and the branches are going to bloom or the branches are going to come out. That is them growing. They're going to keep watching your stuff. They're going to keep watching your posts. You're going to see that they're watching your posts, but they're ignoring you in your messages. They might comment on a post, but never follow through with it. And then one day, the fruit's going to come. And they're going to say, I'm ready. I want to order that. I want to order a lot of that. It's going to be like 100 BV order, like Hilary said. Or they're going to join your team. So sometimes out of nowhere, the tree's going to pop up and apple's going to pop out on day one. Sometimes you're going to get a lucky person that is just ready to order there. That is awesome, but it rarely happens. So don't get discouraged. That is why being consistent. Now, if you are not consistent with this business, but you want to see big results, that is like planting a seed and never watering it. And you come back weeks and you're like, why isn't it growing? What's going on? Why is my tree not growing? Or the stump is at least stepping on. Well, the stump's there. So they kind of came back and were interested. And then you walk away. And then you come back and you're like, where's the fruit? Well, you didn't water it. You didn't fertilize it. You didn't give it all its things that it needed. So why would it grow when you stepped away? Why would your business grow when you step away? that doesn't make sense. It doesn't happen. You have to be consistent. So, I remember what I was going to say earlier with the hosted post thing. Even if someone isn't interested in the products and how we always turn around it, at least do a hosted post. You never know. Even we're tapping into their network and getting people interested from there. Bree, who is one of my girls that is killing it right now, she's with family tonight. But she did a hosted post for me, and then after she posted it, she was like, "Wait, I'm kind of interested in this," and she signed up and she did the daggum hosted post. So I have a ton of people, because I also send them a message about that. I have a ton of people that do the hosted post that were never interested in the products, or just it was the not right now. And then I give them the hosted post and they're like, "Wait, I want some more info, or I could use some more money." So, yeah, Ashley did a hosted post. I think a lot of like my girls right now did a hosted post, and then they joined from the hosted post. So you never know that way either. So with that being said, we kind of might be like ending early, but you're the captain of your ship. Where are you steering? You have to be in control of this. We are here. Again, if you want to sprint and I want to take this to the next level, no more BS. I'm not going to keep saying I'm being consistent and then I like flake for a few days. We're ready. Like, we are ready to go. Now, if you want to walk and you're comfortable with that right now, that is fine. Like, we're not just like sprint or bolt. No. You want to walk, we'll walk. But you have to decide, because it all comes down to a decision. If you are flip-floppy, your business is going to be flip-floppy. You got to decide and be strict enough with yourself and say, I'm going to run the rest of this month and all of March, and I'm not stopping. And if you want to text, whether like me or Hilary, and say, I'm running the rest of February and all of March, or I'm sprinting, or I'm speed walking, whatever, for us to hold you accountable. Because if you text us throughout the month and you're like, well, I don't know, we're going to screenshot that and send it back to you. We will, because that is what we do. We have to hold ourselves accountable, because we all have those evil thoughts. We do. We're human. We get down on ourselves. The devil gets in our head of like, can you really do that? Are you really good enough to do that? Are you good enough to be that type of leader? Why should anyone order something from you? Like, who are you? We all have those thoughts, and it's okay. But at some point, you got to put your big girl panties on, go in the bathroom, splash some cold water on your face, and look at yourself in the mirror and say, get it together. You are worth more. Your goals are worth more. Your dreams are worth more, and get to work. Don't give yourself a pep talk and then just like go on with life and like, they're just going to come because I spoke positive. No, you also got to put forth the work. Okay. So I kind of got off on a tangent again, but, I'm going to throw back to Hilary, but if y'all have like any last minute questions, because they are like kind of early, if y'all think of anything to ask or whatever, put it in the chat, because we got about like, I don't know, 10-ish minutes. So all you.
Okay, so I'm so fired up right now, just because there was a chunk of like what Morgan was saying that was like, oh, I was just like, yes, because okay, so if you don't know me, I am a Jesus loving fool. My life has been like completely wrecked by God. So when I was like, hey, why don't we end in prayer tonight? I knew that Holy Spirit would mix some things up and do the thing. So here's the deal. So as Morgan was talking about how we plant these seeds, right? And the fruit is going to come when it's supposed to come. Okay. So we trust that. But I want to ask you guys, what seeds are you planting? Because there have been some in your past that have been planted for you. Like if you had parents who spoke poorly over you, maybe you had teachers who told you that your life would look a certain kind of way. Okay, those are seeds that were planted inside of you. Because what I believe, and what if if you know Jesus and stuff, then what you believe too, is that we believe that there is power and of life and death on our tongue. So what that means is your words are seeds. Your words are sometimes things of great battle. Like it's your words have so much power to them, but so do your thoughts. Okay. And so what I want to talk to you all about really quick, and then I'm going to go into prayer, is that in the same exact way that you show up for your business, you have to do a quick audit tonight before you wake up tomorrow morning to do your work, or before you choose to do some more work. Do a quick audit and say, what lies am I believing? What lies am I speaking? Now, if you think it's truth, but it doesn't align with the word of God, then here's how you decipher that. Okay. So God, he believes that your worth is far above rubies. Okay. He believes that you're worth his son dying on the cross. He believes that everything that he intended for your life is for your good and that it will come to pass. Okay. He has so much belief in you. um the thing is, when thoughts and words and different things happen that do not reflect the character of God, God is good, he is love, he is all those things. When something pops up and it is not a direct reflection of that, it is not on your side. It is not truth. It is not for you. It is 100% against you. If you don't know your enemy, I'm introducing you to him. He sounds like a freaking idiot. Like everything that he could say is not beneficial at all. When he lied to Eve in the garden, it was as simple as twisting the truth. So maybe you have a discipline issue, okay, when it comes to getting the work done. Maybe you have like some things that you want to, change about yourself in a positive way. But here's what's bad is the enemy comes in and we allow him to come in because we haven't guarded ourselves up with the truth. So we allow these things to come in to say, Hilary, you're not a good mom because of blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, so God and I, in truth, would say, you know what? I am a good mom, but I could work on this, this, and this. I am a good business owner with my It Works business, but I could be more disciplined in this area. But Satan comes in and says, you're lazy. You're never going to achieve this. You're not worth any of this, blah, 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 because of maybe that thing. So it's like, you're not good at waking up early. You're never going to be good at this. You're not good at taking pictures because you don't have this kind of house and these kind of clothes. So nobody's ever going to follow you on social media. That's bull crap. That's 100% a lie. Okay. Like I'm getting in my preachy voice, but like, but that's what that is. Okay. So here's the thing. If there's just one thing, if you can do a quick audit for what is one lie or maybe just one negative thing, because maybe you don't know how to recognize it as a lie. And I just taught you how. So look at what is one negative thing that comes up, because it is not negative to say, you know what, I do need to grow here. That's not negative. That's called maturity. That's called owning your crap and saying like, okay, I need to grow. And that's 100% okay. It doesn't mean that it's negative. It doesn't mean I won't be successful, but I do need to grow. The enemy is the one that twists it. The lies that we believed that maybe horrible people spoke over us before, or maybe they weren't horrible people, maybe they were well-meaning people, but they said the wrong thing and it wasn't true. Either way, that stuff comes in and it dictates how we see ourselves and it dictates the seeds that we're planting. Okay. So what I want you to do right now, I can't see your cameras or anything, but I want you to close your eyes. We're not praying yet, but I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to think of, if you're not a mom yet, then I want you to get like 5 to 7-year-old you in your head. And I want you to see her. And while you're looking at her, now if you're a mom, get your kid's face in your head right now. Okay. um, and I want you to see her and I want you to tell her, or I, I want you to tell her that lie. And if that doesn't tug at your heart at all, that doesn't want to bring you to tears, like for me, Hilary, you'll never be more than just getting by. You don't have it in you. You can't have a business and be a mom and do all these things and be mentally well. You can't do that. Now, would I ever catch myself talking the way that I talk to myself to a 5 to 7 year old version of me or to my daughters? No. And it's because we shouldn't. We shouldn't do that. And yeah, I'm like a little like mushy right now, but this is like a good moment. This is a good heart check moment. This is the real work. You get this part right, your work, it works. Okay, so right now, I want you to tell her something good. I want you to tell her something that maybe today, when you look at the last 24 hours, one good thing that she did. One good thing, maybe one thing that you would say, like to this little girl, that you were proud of, that you're so happy that even though somebody was mean to her, that she took the high road, or that she struggled with this before and you know what, she did it today. Like, what is one good thing that you can look at for the last 24 hours that you could say? Because this right here is what it looks like to plant a seed of faith. Faith is what faith is walking in something without yet seeing it. So you're speaking life into yourself when you do this. So in your prayers, okay, you guys can open your eyes and everything. I'm just going to like talk for just a second more. In your prayer life and all those things, you can start saying, Lord, thank you for this team that you've given me. I know that they wouldn't come on my team if you didn't have a place for them in this company, because we believe it's not all about us, right? But I'm here to tell you now too, though, Morgan and I have prayed every single one of you into our business. So you are here for a reason. And when we talk about running, when we talk about these things, maybe you don't understand, like, okay, I am in this and I don't even know what this is. I don't know what running means really. Like, okay, I'm going to like talk to all these people I've never talked to before, whatever. Okay. Here's what it means. It means that you are in a certain leg of your race. Everybody should by now, with the age that you should be, everybody should know what like a relay race is. Okay. So you're just in another leg of this marathon race that you're in that is called your life. It is the race that God gave you. And a part of that race, it works, has happened to become a huge part of it. And I believe it is during that sprinting season of your life. Okay. So, like, for some people, they get to hit this point where maybe generations before them, maybe their mom, maybe their grandma, maybe several different women that came before them, maybe they all dealt with certain kinds of relationships. Maybe they dealt with certain kinds of maybe struggles with finances and stuff like that, and they weren't good with their money. And you joined a company that is going to teach you how to be good with your money. What that is that's breaking that cycle. That's a spiritual thing. That's a God thing. And I bet you anything, that's one of the top things that Cindy Pentecost, our CEO's wife, I bet you anything, that is probably the top thing that she prays for when it comes to this company, is that the people who join it, they are breaking the toxic and bad cycles that they were once a part of, that they've been taught, that they've been exposed to. And now you have the chance to maybe take this thing and say it's part of your life for the next 5 years. Maybe it's a forever thing. Maybe it's the thing that helps you get to the next thing. Who knows what it is, but treat it as the gift that it is. It is a gift for this season of time, for you to not just run this business, but like run your life in a completely different way. Cheyenne Knox, somebody like amazing in this company, is 21 years old. She just bought a house. She has 6-figure savings. Who can say that? Courtney Lavey, our direct upline. She went presidential in 4 months. And guess what was going on though at that time? Her husband had, or well, he wasn't even her husband yet, but her husband had just lost his father. And she wanted to be able to be there for him. She was able to do a God thing, right? Show love and support to a hurting family and her boyfriend because of what he did through this business. He brought the provision. She was obedient to do the work. That's what all of the top leaders have done, okay? So I'm just going to pray really quick. We're going to close this out. You're going to get on the family call. Hopefully hear some amazing, awesome stuff. And then you guys are just going to do the work, okay? So Lord, we thank you for today. God, number one, we thank you that we have the freedom and the ability to work a business like this. To be able to work on our phones is absolutely insane. Pretty sure Jesus's mission would have went a lot faster had he had Wi-Fi, but now we've got it. So thank you, Jesus, that you have given us a way to work in a way that is not traditional and conventional, but it's something new and fresh. Thank you, Lord, that we have a platform that we can share our stories on, and lives can be changed not because of a dollar bill or because of a scale going down, but because we can develop a community that we can all come together for one mission, and that's just to better our lives and become the best version of ourselves, and hope that we inspire others to do the same. Lord, I thank you for all that you're doing in our lives. I thank you for the team that is not yet here that is coming, because we believe that Morgan and I are going ambassador, and every girl on our team that wants to go ambassador, they're going to. So God, we thank you in advance for the blessing that you're pouring out on this team. God, we're thanking for filling the gaps in the areas where we're weak, where we feel like we're not good at this or that yet. Lord, that you're giving creative and inspiring ideas to us right now, that at this time you're going to give it to us. We're going to go write it down. We're going to do that thing tomorrow, and we're going to run with it. God, we're going to trust you with our chart. We're going to trust the volume and the provision. We're going to trust the leadership to get developed. We're going to trust our leaders who give us the guide to walk through everything. Lord, we're going to have faith in the products because we know that they work. Not every single product is for every single person, but we believe that you are going to bring together the right people for the right products at the right time, and it will have an end result in blessing our families and families to come. God, so we just thank you for all of that. We thank you that you're going to make this month end an end that will be so amazing, that we will be telling all of our newbies, for newbies and newbies and newbies to come in future months, that during February we had one extra day and we thanked God for it and he went off. So thank you, Jesus, for all that you're doing on our team. We can't wait to see what happens next. And Lord, we just trust you with everything. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, so we will talk to y'all later. The family call should be starting soon. If you have never been on the family call, you just go to Mark Pentecost page on Facebook. Just go there. You can click follow so you always get the reminder of it. And if anything, I'm sure Morgan and I both share it to our team chat, so you'll see it there. So we will talk to y'all next time. Bye, guys.